First question is going to come from Robert Allen of Triple Play Sports Radio. Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, Trace, the difference between last year and maybe when the light clicked on for you and where you feel you are right now, because there's a lot of people bragging about the way you've been playing in the preseason.
I think I've just matured a lot over the offseason. I've learned to like film and watch it and learn what tackles do and what they do and how to make myself better. So I think that's just what I did. I just matured a lot more over the year.
Because you played as a freshman, can you point back to at any point last season where you realized, I can be pretty good. I'm feeling this pretty good.
You said when?
Yeah. Was there any point last season that the light kind of came on and you realized, you know what, I can be pretty good at what I'm doing here?
I think after that first start in Iowa State, I started getting more confidence. I lacked the confidence last year, but once I started playing more and more, I started getting more confidence and saying, hey, I'm just as good as these guys out here. And that's how I think I felt.
Thank you. Thanks, Trace.
Our next question comes from Scott Wright of the Oklahoman. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Trace, with a mom in the medical field, what's been her communication to you about taking care of yourself during this time, and what are her thoughts on this season going forward?
I mean, she's obviously concerned. She tells me to wash my hands every 30 minutes, so she's definitely concerned about it, but I already had it. She knows I'm safe. I live alone. She knows I social distance. She knows I want to play, so she's not concerned for me. She knows I'm taking the right precautions to stay safe.
How many people in your family got sick?
I think just me.
Was it just you?
Yeah, just me.
What was that experience like for you?
I had the symptoms, the no taste, no smell, the headaches, the sweat, the chills. It was pretty tough, but I got over it. Here I am now, so it's all good.
All right, thanks, Trace.
Yes, sir.
Next question comes from Joseph Fazio of the O'Colly. Go ahead, Joseph.
Trace, we're seeing a lot of different stuff happening structurally wise from last year, this year. How perceptive do you think you and your teammates have been, going with all the Zoom stuff, having to socially distance during practice, making sure you wash your hands all the time and stuff like that?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry. It's hard to hear.
There's a lot of different stuff going on structurally compared from last year to this year. How well do you think the players and yourself have been receiving that with stuff like online Zoom calls, socially distancing during practice, making sure to wash your hands and all of that stuff?
It's definitely been more tough, especially with the Zoom calls and stuff. It's harder to pay attention and get the correct learning you need because it's obviously not in person. So it's harder to demonstrate. But I think we've done a good job with it, keeping our mask on in the weight rooms and washing our hands. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. So I think we've been doing real good with it. It's been difficult, but it's been workable.
And this year, there's only going to be 25% of the capacity at BPS. There's not going to be as many cheering fans as there were last year. Do you think that's going to have an effect on how you and your teammates play?
I hope not. Our intensity is pretty intense at practice. We get into it. We have fun. And I think it's just going to roll into the season. We don't need fans at the stadium to know that they're watching us. I think we're going to come with the same heat that we have at practice and roll in and win.
All right. Thanks, Trace.
Next question comes from Cody Nagel of Go Pokes. Go ahead, Cody. Cody, I think you're on mute.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I guess it sounds like you had quite the off season. Can you tell us about the workouts that you had to bulk up and put on some more weight?
Yeah, so I just started eating a lot more. I was eating chicken and rice and broccoli for lunch and dinner. I was making sure I ate 3 to 4 times a day, 3 to 4 meals a day. I was making sure to take every chance I could in the weight room and get bigger and better, faster and stronger on the weekends. I worked out, so I never really gave myself a break, and I think that's where I got myself here today.
Did you notice any, I guess, after you got on the virus, did you notice any setbacks after that, or do you feel like you've, I guess, kept on that added weight?
I've definitely lost a lot of weight over Corona. Yeah, I'm weighing like 240 right now, so I've only lost about 8 pounds, but I definitely got more out of shape. It's been harder to breathe and stuff. I'm slowly getting back in better and better shape every day, but yeah, Corona definitely took a toll on my body for sure. Got a little weaker, but I'll be back. I'll be fine.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next question comes from Frank Bonner of the Tulsa World. Go ahead, Frank.
Hey Trace, if you had to pinpoint one aspect of your game that you focused on the most this offseason, what would that be?
I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
If you had to pinpoint what aspect of your game you focused on the most to improve this offseason, what aspect would that be?
I think it's my physicality, just getting stronger and bigger, putting my hands on the tackles and tight ends without being afraid to try to run around them. I think I'm definitely coming this year with more physicality and coming in the pocket and hitting people. I think that's what I focused on over the season.
Is anybody I know obviously you weren't probably able to work out like you would with other people. Were there anybody who kind of helped coach you up on working on that this offseason?
Yeah, so I have a close friend that played football in the league, and we went out, got cleats on, and did stuff every day. So, I mean, yeah, he definitely helped me.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, last couple questions here for Trace. Our next question is going to come from Jacob Unruh of the Oklahoman. Go ahead, Jacob.
Trace, how's it going, man?
What about you?
Good. It's been a while. Hey, kind of a recruiting question. Recruiting's different right now, obviously, than what you went through. Can't have people on campus and stuff like that. How important do you think it is for recruits to kind of recruit each other during something like this?
Oh, I think it's really important. I think it's really important because like they obviously can't get up here. They don't know what it's like, so they need help from other people to tell them what it's like and how they feel it is, and just bounce off ideas from each other. So,
Go ahead.
Yeah. Nope. Sorry.
Do you kind of help recruit too? I mean, the players got to recruit other players at this point too, right? Is that something that's happening?
I mean, I definitely talk to the Santa Fe boys.
Yeah.
I tell them how great it is up here, go Pokes and all, but I mean, I guess I'll recruit them.
Another kind of off topic. You said you had the symptoms and COVID this summer. Did you ever consider not playing? Did you ever consider opting out?
Well, I was definitely worried about my dad, my family, like with medical conditions. So obviously I took it into thought, but I realized you can get the corona in Edmond. You can get it here. I feel like I'm safer in the stadium than I am anywhere else. I feel like they take the precautions to keep me safe, so I trust them then. So I want to play, so I'm here.
Awesome. Thanks, Trace.
Yeah.
All right, our last question for Trace is going to come from Sam Hutchins of the O'Colly. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Trace. Now that you're going into your second year, you've gotten to see a new group of players come in behind you defensively. How do you feel about the depth on the defensive side of the ball this year? And how important do you think depth will be this year? Maybe because lack of conditioning or just a crazy year in general.
Oh, depth is deep this year for sure, especially at the Leo position. So I know I'm out of shape for sure. We all are, and we have plenty of freshman linebackers that came in and can easily step up if they need to. We got Tyron Irby at Leo, who's definitely playing lights out. So I'm competing with him every day just to keep my spot. And yeah, I think depth is a real big factor, and I think we have it right now for defense.
Is there any incoming freshmen that you've been especially impressed with so far?
Defense or offense?
I guess defense. You'd probably know less about that.
Jabbar, that dude's lights out. That dude's fast. He can run around the field. He's making plays all the time at practice. I've definitely noticed him out there for sure.